Today's adventure will not be fraught with danger like a Serengeti trip. Instead, the Aeroflyer Club will be meeting the EV Hummer pit crew at Scotty's Castle in Death Valley, California, where we will be testing the new Hummer's state-of-the-art capabilities. The crew juiced up in Bishop, California, which is the closest EV charging station with an elevation of 4,100 feet. They have already arrived at the castle and are ready for the trek to Beatty, Nevada. Construction on Scotty's Castle ran from 1922 to 1931. Beatty and the castle elevation are approximately the same at 3,000 feet. The road is relatively flat and straight like the EPA test. Death Valley is a marvel with its diverse geology features. It can also be the most unforgiving desert on Earth. For the sake of comfort, we have decided April is the best month, 70s during the day, 40s in the evening. Thermo battery meltdown should not be a problem. Towing a large trailer will reduce our range by 50%. We have opted for a small pop-up trailer. As evident from the charging station map, although there are a lot of them, they're all along very specific routes and will not benefit you in the outback. Remember, in times of trouble, your best friend is Auto Club. There are few gas stations in this area, and even fewer charging stations. Charging the Hummer will take 152 minutes at a cost of $96 plus fees and taxes. What a monopoly! It is 140 miles from Bishop to Scotty's Castle. If we take the closed shortcut, it is 57 miles from Scotty's Castle to Beatty. This is well within our EV Hummer EPA range of 290 miles. Our pit crew left this morning, but we'll be stopping at Bonnie Claire. Judging from the dust cloud, they are moving right along. Nevada is well known for old ghost towns, and Bonnie Claire is no exception. It is located in Nye County, Nevada, and you will find the mines of the Slate Ridge, which lie to the northwest. We just received word that the Hummer has drained the batteries and will need to be flatbedded the last few miles to Beatty. In this example, we decided to use the heater. On the Hummer, this uses 12 kilowatts an hour. A small trailer will cost you a minimum of 15% reduction in mileage. You almost made it. If you had taken the recommended route, you would be stuck in the middle of nowhere. In this massive expanse of desert, there are only 6 gas stations. For the privilege of perishing in this parched land, you just spent $113,000 plus taxes, plus license, plus registration, insurance, and a high APR. The EV Hummer will make it to Beatty, less gear and trailer. The EV Hummers are best suited for local exploration, a large ranch with a charger, short family trips, events of this nature. Our theoretical example was used to simply point out the fallacy of outback exploration in an EV. Towing is taboo. Whether the EV is a Hummer, Ford, Rivian, makes no difference. The vacation places you wish to travel to do not have charging stations and never will. No doubt Hummers are fun and novel, but at this time have no practical purpose in the real world except as an expensive showpiece that most cannot afford. It was true of the old Hummers as well. You can purchase 2 mint 2009 to 2010 gas Hummers, fully equipped, a year's worth of gas, a new boat, a new trailer, and pay for that vacation for the price of one new EV Hummer. I suppose the 2.5-hour charging requirement will give you time to reflect on your purchase. Most telling are the EV Hummer and truck sales figures. By the end of 2022, 854 EV Hummer units were sold. In 2009, 9,046 gas Hummers were sold. Hummers have always been stuck in the mud. By comparison, the Ford 150 has always been more popular. By the end of 2022, 15,617 Ford EV 150 truck units were sold. By the end of 2022, 653,957 Ford 150 gas pickups were sold. For every Ford Lightning sale, 43 gas Fords are sold. Apparently, the public is not sold. However, compared to the first half of 2022, sales have increased. In spite of the drawbacks, electric vehicles are the wave of the future. They are perfect for fleet operations, the government, local commuting, etc. Software updates are usually resolved. Battery problems relative to cold weather and charging times are problematic. Shorting out and floods and burning can be addressed. Limited towing ranges, autonomous software problems can be a killer. Death Valley always has room for another stranded motorist, and gang members are always happy to assist a stranded motorist. For those going off the beaten path where EV charging stations will never exist, electric vehicles have a ways to go. Tesla is the hallmark in car battery technology. Their future battery, in the works now, may be revolutionary. Battery replacement costs vary widely, but Tesla, VW, and Hummer are the most expensive at $20,000 to $23,000. The least expensive battery will probably run about $2,500. Hybrids have been provided for comparison. Their battery range is very limited, but the Prius is still a favorite with superb mileage. Hands down, the Tesla and hybrids beat them all. Tesla prices have dropped. The basic Tesla is now $33,990. The $145,000 model is still a bit expensive for most. However, you can go 140 miles an hour. But there are rare occasions when you wish for dead batteries. How the multitude of schools across the nation will procure these buses is still in question. AI is always one step ahead of the driver. It knew you wanted to stop right here on the freeway. The moral of our story is that EV Hummers and trucks under maximum load traveling at maximum speed will only get you 140 miles on the EV Hummer. The Ford EV Lightning will get you 100 miles, the Rivian 110 miles. A GMC pickup towing 4,825 pounds of 1973 Airstream trailer packed to the gills, plus motorcycle, plus gear, plus tires, plus 3 jerry cans, with side-saddle 20-gallon tanks, on a lucky day with a tailwind, might get 8 miles to the gallon at grandpa speed. Range, 320 miles with a full load. Without a load, 13 to 15 miles to the gallon. No need to stop in Beatty. Plenty of gas to spare. Those who enjoy exploring the country, be it New Mexico, Utah, Arizona, the Rockies, Cascades, Sierras, Alaska, Canada, and Mexico, when it is safe again, will not be able to do so. Touché. The desert tortoise wins. Our cornucopia of joy blessings has no end. Forethought is the government's greatest virtue. If we destroy the fossil fuel industry, turn off the heating oil and natural gas, put the trucking industry out of business, leaving store shelves barren, force COVID non-essential business closures and job losses, drive small farmers and ranchers out of business, create artificial hyperinflation, usurious medical costs while importing drugs, ship millions of jobs overseas, open the borders to create more cartel prosperity, and flood the hospitals with indigent patients, create an artificial shortage of helium, drive up the cost of gasoline to be imported, there is no reason why the few pennies you have left should not be applied to the down payment on an EV Hummer for only $113,000. Happy trails to you.